Good evening and welcome. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, opening the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, A.R.E.G, for Wednesday, January 10th, 2021. And it's also week 1,430 weeks that the A.R.E.G has been on the air. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton, below the escarpment. This informal simplex net, originally founded by John VE3JSU, is on every Wednesday night starting at 8 p.m. and ending at 10 p.m. local time on 146.430. While this is a simplex net, it is likely that not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. This should not discourage you from participating, and it may encourage some of you to improve your station. Keep in mind that relaying communications has a long history in amateur radio, and so we encourage the practice for asking for a relay when a station is unable to hear the other party or to pass on a message. We ask that you please try and leave a 2 to 3 second delay between transmissions to allow other stations to break in. May I now have check-ins for this evening's A.R.E.G.
VE3 GNP.
Victor Alpha 3, November Kilo Charlie, no traffic.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Bravo uniform.
All right, very good then. Let's start with that. We have VE3GNP, VA3NKC, and VA3CBU. Let's go to Garnett. Good evening, Garnett. How are you?
Good evening, Chuck. Not much happening. Quiet day.
Oh, is that right, eh? Yeah, same here. Yeah, I heard Patty on there today. You don't hear her too often on the radio.
No, she's probably a little bit mic shy. I'm going to see Dave tomorrow, though.
You gonna do what tomorrow? Sorry.
Going out to see Dave up on Highway 6.
Oh, yeah. Okay, right on. Yeah, we'll pass on my greetings to Dave there. Hope he's doing well.
Yeah, no problem, Chuck.
All right, then, buddy. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll get around back to you in a little bit. Let's move over to the next station. That's VA3 November Kilo Charlie, I do believe. Nick?
Hey Chuck, yeah, thought I'd check in again this week. I had a little bit of time on my hands, so just thought I'd listen in again and see what's going on.
Ah, okay. Very good, very good. I didn't check your signal there, but I hear you just fine. A little quiet on the audio, but other than that, they're just fine. So, anything new with you?
Actually, yeah, I got had a daughter born Sunday night, so I have the week off of work and just trying to adjust to that, having a toddler in the house and then now having a newborn. So quite a bit of adjustment.
Well, first of all, congratulations. Both you and mom doing, or you, the baby, and mom doing okay?
Yep, everyone's doing great. I hope baby's doing okay at over 10 pounds. I don't think she's struggling at all.
Ouch, is all I can say. Well, regardless, congratulations on the baby girl there. That's great news.
Thanks, Chuck. BA3NKC listening.
All right. Well, thank you, Nick, for stopping by. Much appreciated. Let's go to Brad, VA3 Charlie Bravo uniform.
Evening, Chuck. Just saying hello tonight. Just came off the bark net. Thought I'd jump over here, see how things were. Not much going on here. Back to work this week for me, which has made for a nice change. And we'll just keep on listening to the rest of the net. Back to you.
Here, let's try that again. Okay, very good, Brad. All right, well, you're going to hang around for a bit?
Yeah, I'm working on the side here on the computer and listening at the same time. I'll be around for a bit.
Okay, very good. Well, let's see who else is out there then. This is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Taking check-ins. Please come now.
Papa Delta Lima.
Okay, I've got VE3 Papa Delta Lima. Paul, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Chuck. Just checking in. Woke up from my power nap like 5 minutes ago. I had my internal clock set just perfect for the net. And congrats to that other station on the baby girl, I believe. That's what I heard. That's awesome. And yeah, not much for the net just yet. Just gonna be listening along, no? So I'll pass it back to you, Chuck. V3PDO.
All right, very good, Paul. And so, did your package arrive today?
Oh yes, I forgot to tell you that. It did so. It's spread out on the desk right beside me.
Very good. So, I assume you'll be playing around with that during the 2 hours there that the net will be on. But anyways, we'll give you a shout again next time around.
Very good, sir. Thank you, and thank you for being there too. So we'll be listening. V3PDO.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Paul. All right, let's see who else is out there. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton, below the escarpment. Any check-ins, please come now.
V3PDO.
Oh, wow. Not that guy. Okay. Any new check-ins? This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. As a matter of fact, let's start talking about what's happening. Oh, it's currently minus 6 degrees at 8:07 p.m. Woke up this morning. It was minus 15. Quite cold. Quite cold. So there's a bunch of contests during the week, as well as on the weekend. There's a whole slew of them on the weekend. You can go to contestcalendar.com and look for your favorite contest that you may want to participate in. There are so many, both for CW and phone. There's the school roundup, the ARRL school roundup. So you may hear young voices on the radio throughout the week there up until the 13th, or that would be, yeah, 13th. So with that, let's see if we have any new check-ins with this week's Amateur Radio Exchange Group.
Vector Echo 3 Whiskey Kilo Golf. This distance station with the back of the set antenna.
V3 vehicle.
Okay. All right, very good. I got two stations in there, WKG and BMO. First, let's go to my neighbor, Kevin, VE3WKG. How's it going there, my friend?
Yeah, good evening, Chuck, and everyone on net there. Not doing too bad. Actually, I talked to one of them schools on the net today on 20 meters of Ryan. He was with the, what was it? The Travis Lofton High School Amateur Radio Club at 300 East University Avenue in Gainesville, Florida, on 20 meters there. I heard him shooting. Oh, he was a good signal too, 5 and 9. He gave me a 5 and 8. Now I listened, and he was giving everyone else 5 and 4s, 5 and 5. So I guess my 5 and 8 was good. But yeah, I heard a school on the air today. That was pretty good. Good to look out and give them youngsters a call. That's for sure. Back to you, Chuck. VA3CJZVE3WKG.
Oh yeah, that's right. You know, get them young, get them excited about the hobby, And, if it sticks, that's great. If it doesn't, they'll move on to something else. But it'll be an experience, they won't forget nonetheless.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was K4WTL, if anyone wanted to look them up there. Yeah, school on there. Nice of the teacher to do that, eh? He's got all the youngsters on there. And yeah, it was Ryan that I spoke to. And he was on there for a while. I was listening to him. He was making all kinds of contacts. So yeah, got to have it for the kids that want to get into ham these days. Anyways, going to move along here and listen on the net. Wait till the next time you go around there, Chuck. VE3WKG, I'll be listening.
All right, very good. Yeah. I myself have only made Parks on the Air contacts there today. I think I got two of them, or was it yesterday and today? I don't know. But yeah, no youths on the air yet. But I haven't really concentrated on the radio too much. I've had other things on the go. But nonetheless, thank you, Kevin, and we'll catch you next round. Next, let's go to Pierre, VE3BMO. Hey, good evening, Pierre. Welcome.
Good day, Chuck, and everybody on that. Thought I'd throw another bean in the pot. Went up with dog here, being wealthy in the background. Thought I'd throw another bean in the pot for you before I fell asleep. And, yeah, nothing too exciting here. Going ice fishing on Saturday, that's about it.
Yeah, Roger, on the ice fishing. You see, now you're one of the smart guys. I've been seeing so many so many pictures of guys with their trucks in the lake and just going out too early. Depending on where you live. But it's getting cold enough now that yeah, you'll be fine by the weekend there for sure. But yeah, you know what I mean, right, Pierre?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's been cold enough there the last little while. And yeah, just too bad that guy made a mess down there, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's fun ice fishing down there too, down at Bayfront. But I'm going up north, so that's even funner. But back to you, Chuck, and continue on, see who else is out there, and have a good one.
Recheck.
All right, Pierre. Thanks for coming by before you fall asleep there. Go ahead, recheck.
Yeah, thank you, Chuck. Just wanted a quick question to Pierre there before he goes to bed. Did you get that loop today?
It did show up. I was at work. They're going to come back Friday when I'm home.
Oh, buggers. Okay. Alrighty there. Just wanted to ask you that. Okay, move along there, VE3WKG.
Recheck.
Moving right along. Go ahead there, recheck.
Also a question for Pierre. I normally go ice fishing up Minden, Halliburton, further north. I just haven't got up there yet this year. Is anywhere local to go or relatively local, like within an hour and a half? I've been looking around and haven't had much success finding somewhere to go.
I'm going to Lake Simcoe myself. But you can catch perch and all that down here in Bayfront Park, eh? If you've ever been down there.
Sorry, what was that? Perch where?
Down at Bayfront Park down here. The guys down there are fishing all the time. They're catching pike and perch and whatever's down there.
All right, thanks for the lead, Pierre. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Bravo uniform.
Yeah, no problem. I'm down there all the time. If you ever see a black Jeep with a blue hut out there, that's me. B3BMO. Have a good one.
Well, if I make it, I'll be a silver Jeep with a black hut.
Oh, perfect.
All right, very good then, guys. All done?
Yeah, go ahead there, Chuck.
All right. Okay, well, let's see who else is out there wants to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton. Taking check-ins, please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima Juliet. VA3 OYL.
Okay, very good. I acknowledge two stations, XLJ and OYL. Let's go to Vanya. Good evening, Vanya, VA3XLJ.
I do have a girly name though, but I'm gonna let the ladies first.
Oh, wow. Wait, chivalry is not dead. Okay, way to go there, Vanya. Thank you. Let's go to VA3OYL. Deb. Good evening, ma'am, and welcome.
Good evening, and good evening to all on net. Boy, I'm lucky I found this net with all these chivalrous guys around. I'm pretty lucky. Not much going on here. I'm recuperating from my back injury. I spent a day and a half in bed, but other than that, I'm slowly getting up and around and doing more and more each day. So as long as I don't do anything stupid, I think I'm pretty well on the mend.
Oh, I missed that. What'd you do?
Oh, I threw my back out. I went to lift a box, and I guess I didn't do it properly, and I knew it right away. And I ended up in bed for a day and a half, and iced it, and put heat on it, and iced it, and yeah. I've had back problems since my teen years, so I kind of know what to do.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sad to hear that, Deb. I'm all about back pain. I actually have my radio frequency treatment I get every 6 months. They're coming up in March, and so yeah, they inject these needles into the affected area, and then they use uh, some type of radio frequency to burn the nerve endings. So it's RF basically. I'm pretty sure they use the RF to burn the nerve endings, but they grow back. So that's why you got to keep going every 6 months.
Hey, what frequency do they use? We can help you out. No, yeah, I've heard of radio frequency procedures being done before. A friend of mine had some cancer cells blasted or whatever. So, yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, I haven't had too much waiting time there during this COVID. It has backed things up a little bit, but it's I'm not in dire pain. So yeah, I can wait. But let me tell you, it's a good thing they got drugs to give you. Like I have an IV going and in my hand, and once they see me feeling the pain from the RF, then they start injecting me with the pain meds there. It's short lived, but it works great. Okay, anything else there, Deb?
Nothing else for now. I'll listen along, and hopefully I'll be here for next round, unless my puppy interrupts the goings on. So back to you.
Okay, Deb, thanks for that. All right, now we have to go in reverse and go back to Vanya and say good evening, Vanya. VA3 X-ray Lima Juliet.
Hello everyone on net. I don't have much to add today other than ask a question as usual. Well, it's a question for those two gentlemen who like to go ice fishing. So, did any of you go to that place? It's a kind of halfway in between Hamilton and uh, and the Niagara Falls. I keep calling it the Jordan Marina, but it's on the right side of the Hamilton. Every once in a while, I would see the every winter actually, I would see the huts over there, so the portable huts. So did anyone went ice fishing there? Anyone kind of the fish that they are pulling out, or is it good fishing over there to go? Because I wouldn't mind going ice fishing this year at least once. Last year we went a couple of times. We rented the hut, my wife and I, but this year everything kind of looks bleak.
Yeah, gee, I don't know there, Vanya. That's a good question. Maybe PDL would know because I know BMO there said he was going to bed. So let's see if one of those two guys would know. VE3 PDL. Are you there, sir?
I'm sort of here, Chuck. I wasn't paying attention when Vanya was talking there. Could you repeat that for me, please? V3PDO.
Yeah, go ahead there, Vanya.
Yeah, I was wondering the ice fishing place. Every winter I would see the huts on let's call it the Jordan River or Jordan Marine or whatever it is. It's if I drive towards Niagara Falls, it would be on my right hand side. So I'm wondering, is there any good fishing over there? And I mean, what kind of fish? It would be most likely pike perch and something else. But did anyone went to ice fishing there?
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. You had it right. It is Jordan Harbor, I believe. Somebody keyed up there and it mentioned that as well. And I know people were fishing on the other side of the highway, on the lake side as well, and trying to catch salmon and trout out there. But I haven't been out there myself in a million years. And when I was out there, it wasn't ice fishing. It was during the nice weather. So I'm not much help there.
Okay. Thank you for information, and it's good to know. So now that I'm talking about ice fishing, I'm gonna go in garage, bring my stuff in, and then recharge a battery for the fish finder. So we'll see. Maybe I get lucky this year and at least go once on ice. So, anyways, thank you very much, and all the best to you and the rest of the guys listening. I'm gonna say bye to you guys. I'm gonna have to slowly start preparing myself for work, and I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks or so.
Okay then, Vanya, and thank you, Paul, VE3PDL. You may resume your activities, sir. And okay, Vanya, a couple of weeks, eh? What are you going away?
Oh, afternoon shift.
Gotcha. Okay then. Very good, sir. Well, you have a great rest of the evening there, and be safe at work and all that. Anyhow, thank you, sir, for dropping by. It is very much appreciated. And yeah, maybe we'll see you on the Facebook A.R.E.G if you post or post anything there. Anyhow, take care. Have a great rest of the evening. VA3 X-Ray Lima Juliet. Okay, and by the way, I'm sure I didn't mention that we are streaming live on YouTube. Just type in VA3CJZ in the YouTube search box and look for the live button, and we are there. Okay, let's see if anybody else out there wants to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ taking check-ins. Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Indy Mike Whiskey.
Okay, I hear one station, Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey. Mac, good evening, sir. Welcome. How are you?
Good evening, Chuck, and everybody on frequency. Doing just great. It's a wonderful Wednesday evening. We made it halfway through the week, and it's still as cold as hell outside, but nonetheless, not going anywhere. Just a quick note to Vanya. Jordan Harbor this year would probably not be a really good place to go venturing out for ice fishing. It is a high current area, and you would have to have a fairly cold winter. High current streams and rivers are dangerous because you cannot accurately predict the ice thickness, and you probably find yourself in a whole pile of hurt if you ventured out to the areas where you would actually find active fish up there. You could find some pike and some bass, but I think you'd be looking at a much colder winter before it would be safe to go out there.
Good tip.
Go ahead.
No, it was just me saying good tip.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that there, Mac. I myself have never had the pleasure of going ice fishing, and it's on my bucket list. Well, let's just put it that way. But I'm in no hurry. I'd have to have a pretty nice warm skidoo suit or something to wear for that. But we'll talk about that another time. Right now, I'd rather think about palm trees and the beach.
Roger that. Through the 90s, I spent quite a lot of time fishing, and wintertime was always a bonus because we would go up to Lake Simcoe, and there was an operator that had heated huts, and that's the way to go. On our best day, me and a friend, we kicked 108 jumbo perch out the door in a 4-hour period. So that's really what it's all about. It was a really, really cold day. I think it was minus 20 Celsius. So strangely enough, you'd pull the fish out of the hole, take it off your hook. The guy that was closest to the door of the hut would boot the door. You throw the fish outside, and it fast freezes on the ice, and the tail curls up. So at the end of the day, we collected up our 108 fish in a bag and made for home. That's the way to do it, with a big furnace inside the hut. You are hot enough inside there that you're down to your skivvies before long.
And that is no joke.
I know. Hey, don't get me started. I just started wearing long johns today, as a matter of fact, in the house.
Oh, you wouldn't be cold in an ice hut if you had a heater, Chuck. Mac's not kidding. You end up pulling your coat off, taking your shirt off. Yeah, it gets pretty warm in there. Anyways, I keep interrupting. My apologies. And yes, Mac, I got my doohickey today, my nano thingamajiggity, but I haven't done nothing with it yet. Just to give you the heads up, sir. VE3 PDO.
Oh, good stuff, Paul. Just make sure you put it on charge for a few hours so it's all topped up, and then hook it up to your laptop. It'll update its firmware before you start using it. Okay, Chuck, I'm going to take a standby, and you can go ahead with a shout-out for the additional log jam that I'm holding up.
Oh, I don't know about logjam, but sometimes we don't start very quick, but we end up doing pretty good by the end of the night. Well, thank you for that, there, Mac, and we'll get back around to you. Are you? You said you're saying goodnight?
No, I think that was Vanya saying goodnight. I'm here for the duration.
Okay, fantastic. All right then. Well, let's see if anybody else is out there. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Taking check-ins. Please come now. No? Okay, nothing heard. Let's go and geez, we haven't heard VJC Richard check in there, trying to battle for first place. How about it there, Richard? Are you in there? VA3 CJZ calling Victor Alpha 3, Victor Charlie Juliet. Oh, Victor Juliet Charlie. My bad. Okay, nothing heard. Let's see if Garnett is still there. VE3 GNP.
Yeah, I'm still here, Chuck. Just kind of watching the internet and listening all along at the same time.
Okay, then. So you still got that white car?
The Infinity, yeah.
Yeah, how's that doing? I know it was giving you a hard time for a while there, but you got that all straightened out. It's still running good?
Yeah, put a new tranny in it.
Ouch. That's an ouch for any kind of car, changing the tranny. It's expensive.
Yeah. The guy down off of Parkdale did it. He did it at a reasonably good price. It's a crate tranny one, brand new from the factory.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got to see how they use a CNC machine on blocks of aluminum to make engine blocks out of it. They get this one square piece and it ends up being a motor. It's pretty cool.
It'd be kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, I thought so. I've never seen well, I've seen a CNC machine on TV, but not one that can carve out a friggin' engine block.
Yeah, I could see that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. If you ever get bored, I just click on YouTube, and if I don't see any pictures I like or stories, videos I don't like them, well, I just type in a subject, and then you see what pops up and go from there. I'm trying to get the wife to cancel our cable there. Our internet is expensive enough. The TV costs just as much, and oh sure, you got 75 channels. You can only watch about 10 of them.
Yeah, actually, I just canceled my cable on internet like a week ago. No, not even a week ago. I think Friday it was canceled.
Yeah, good for you. Trying to convince her to, we've got Amazon Prime, we've got Netflix, got access to Disney Plus.
Yeah. Just get one of them boxes and go with IPTV or something.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. That's a good idea. I'll have to shop around for one of those.
Yeah, Amazon's your best friend.
Yeah, what are they called?
Um, Android boxes, I believe.
Right. Android box. Okay, yeah, very good. Okay then.
Yeah, no problem. Anyway, Chuck, I'll be sitting here for a bit. I don't know how much longer. I got some stuff I gotta do still in the other room, but I'll be in and out.
Okay, sir. Sounds good. All right then. Let's go to the next person then. VA3 November Kilo Charlie. Nick. All right. I think Nick took off. Let's go to VA3 Charlie Bravo uniform. Brad, you still there?
I am still here, Chuck, still working away on the computer. Good leads there on the ice fishing for me, except that I've always said I would never eat anything out of Lake Ontario, and I only fish to keep and eat. So I got to keep looking. Might go up to Simcoe at some point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the last time I ate fish that I caught was in Algonquin Park. Yes, it was.
Oh, I fish up around Minden, Halliburton area. I've got a trailer up there all summer. So I eat a lot of fish in the summer and freeze a few bags for the winter. Nothing better than fresh caught fish.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, right on. Glad you got a tip there.
yeah, if anyone else listening has others, I'd be happy to hear them now or afterwards. Anyway, getting back to my work here, Chuck. Keep on trucking on, and we'll get you next time around. I'm probably going to be signing off soon.
Oh, okay then. Very good. All right. Well, thanks again for stopping by there, Brad. Always a pleasure. Have a great evening if I don't talk to you again. VA3, Charlie Bravo Uniform. Next on the list is Paul, PDL, VE3, PDL. How you coming along there with that, what is it, Nano VNA?
Oh, I got it sitting here and it's fully charged up, but that's as far as I've got on it. Like I told you at the beginning there, just woke up from my power nap, so yeah, I don't know if I'm going to mess with it tonight or wait till the morning when I'm all totally fresh and recuperated. If I get into it now, I'll just muck it up.
Yeah, and you'll be up all night trying to figure out what you did wrong.
Yep, or chucking it out in the snow and buying another one. So, yeah, I think I'll wait till tomorrow and give it the old college try.
Yeah, that's one thing I haven't done is returned anything yet through anything I bought through Amazon. Um, like there's something I bought, like, what was it, $11? I think it was a piece of crap. Uh, you know, I don't want to return that. Small items like that, you just throw away and buy something else. Well, better brand, obviously.
Yeah, I've done that too, and I bet you that's where they make a whole bunch of money too. So I bet you everybody out there does the same thing. Why mess about returning a $5, $10, even $15, $20 items? Sometimes it's some people it would cost you more to return it. You'd have to, pay the gas to go to the place, to the post office, pay for return postage or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's just half the time it's just not worth it. Just write it off and buy another one, like you said.
Break.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I hear a break in there. Go ahead, break.
Yeah, it's CBU. I haven't actually disappeared yet. I've done that 3 times with small items and filled out the return this item form. And I think there's under a certain value, they tell you to just throw it away, and they don't actually ask for it to be returned. I didn't have to return any of the 3 of them that I did that with, that I got and didn't want.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay. And who? Oh yeah, they just say don't worry about sending it. That's cool. They send you another one.
No, I got a refund on them. I didn't want them, didn't like it, told them what was wrong with it, and they said, okay, throw it in the garbage, and here's your money back.
Wow. Do you actually? Do you fill out a form? Do you speak to anyone or what?
No, I just went into the website and went to look at my items, and then there's a refund thing that you fill out. You click the button, fill out a form, and then they email you back and tell you what to do about it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now that's a good tip I can use, and I'm sure others that are listening can use as well. Yeah. See, I've never had to go through with anything like that yet, except I did buy one thing that turned out to be a piece of crap. But, anyways.
Now, don't blame me if they tell you to box it up and ship it back. You might be the unlucky one, and I just got lucky 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah, if that happens, Chuck will chastise you every Wednesday.
Oh yeah, you bet.
Kidding, of course.
Yeah, I'm not. Okay, Brad. Thank you, sir. All right, there, Paul. Back to you.
Not much to throw in there, but yeah, I've turned this on a couple of times, and when you look at the screen originally, it is, you're like scratching your head. What the heck is going on here? And I don't even have nothing hooked to the antenna stuff yet. It's just the only thing connected is the power cord going to the computer for charging. I got nothing screwed into the antenna port yet or anything. I don't even know which one would go where yet. I haven't even looked into it. So that'll be my task for tomorrow. Learn the Nano VNA.
All right, all right. Well, can't wait to talk to you tomorrow morning there. So, yeah, very good then. I am kind of waiting to pull the trigger on that myself, but I can't wait to hear all about it there, Paul. Very good. Anything else?
No, sir. Seems like there's not quite as many people checking in there this week, but the night is young. We always get a bunch of people checking in near the end, and usually have a pretty good rag queue afterwards as well. So I'm betting things will pick up. So let's see if we can top the 20 from last week. All right, Chuck. I'll be here for next round, V3PDL.
All right, very good then. Okay, before we move along, let's see if anybody else out there wants to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Juliet, Zulu. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton. Any new check-ins, please come now.
Victor Echo 3, Victor Alpha 3. Let me turn that off. Hold on. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. It's R.E.G, and I had to turn off the speaker for the computer because it's not coming right into it.
Okay, very good. R.E.G, stand by 1 second. There was a Victor Echo 3 in there, that station there. Go ahead again, please.
Yeah, Victor Echo 3, Tango Golf Lima. Name is Uwe. Uniform Whiskey Echo.
Uwe. Okay, Victor Echo 3, Tango Golf Lima. Good evening, Uwe. How are you?
Yeah, V3 CJZ. Doing pretty good. Coming a little scratchy today. I checked in last week for the first time, I think, and I think it was the first time, anyways. But seems a little scratchy today. I can make you out, and I can hear PDL in there, and maybe a couple others. Heard some more people last week. I just tuned in a little while ago, so I haven't really been listening. Anyways, not much to say. Just checking in. I was in on a 6-meter net earlier over here in Toronto on 50.416, and I heard ROR in there. I think he checked in. And, I didn't hear him, but somebody else checked him in, so he got in. And he said he was in Hamilton, so I don't know if he's on this net now or not. Anyways, that's about it. And yeah. Back to you guys. Victor Echo 3 Tango Golf Lima. Back to VA3 CJZ. Go ahead.
Yeah, very good there, Uwe. Yeah, no, he hasn't checked in here yet this evening, but the night is still young. It's only 8:43 p.m. Okay, Uwe, thank you very much for that check-in, and you were also a little scratchy, but great signal. I got you at probably between 7 and 9 S units here in the east end of Hamilton, below the escarpment. So, good deal, sir. Anything else before we move along?
That's about it. You guys can move along. And the Nano, I heard you guys talking about the Nano VNA. Yeah. I got one of those too, and I fool around with it once in a while. Quite a little useful tool for checking your match on your antenna. Anyways, that's what I use it for. And that's all I know how to do with it anyway. So, and it works for that. And you can it's good because you can scan the whole band instead of just reading the match. It'll show you where you are and what you got to do, whether you got to lengthen your antenna or shorten it or do something else. Anyways, that's about it. I guess I'll send it back to you guys. V3 CJZ, V3 TGL. Later, guys.
Okay, thank you, Uwe. VE3TGL. Next, we have RPAD, Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. Good evening, RPAD, and welcome.
Hello, Chuck. Good evening to you. This is Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. Yeah, I just made some modification here. Disconnected the 7100, and I mean the antenna. Uh, and I'm not using the beam. I'm using the omnidirectional, the X50, putting out 100 watt into it just because I can. And I noticed the noise level is much lower on the X50 when it's hooked up to the 746 radio, which I'm using right now. And I had quite noise, lots of noise on the 7100. I don't know why. I'm using the same antenna with the same cable. Everything is the same. So yeah, I don't know. There's must be a reason for that. I'm gonna have to look into it. And yeah, you're coming in loud and clear. Uwe, I did not hear him. I had to rely on your net broadcast, and I see he was coming in with a half scale to you, and I heard him absolutely none. Do you know where he's located at?
Yeah, Roger. What's up? I didn't hear that station, so I didn't know what he said. Yeah, I'm down by the lake on Lakeshore Road, Lakeshore Avenue, at in Etobicoke, south of Etobicoke, and I can hear him coming in here, booming in sometimes, but I'm not copying him at all right now. And sometimes he just comes booming in here. But yep, just west end of Toronto, south by the lake.
Yeah, that's Roger. There is a short delay there, and I did hear him. Yeah, he's down by Etobicoke, by the lakeshore area, and yeah, he said he can hear me booming in sometimes, but he can't hear me today. The reason for that is because I disconnected the beam antenna. I have a fixed position beam antenna, which one is pointing towards the CN tower, and right now I'm using the omnidirectional antenna, and you see that's the issue. When that's with 2 meter, that's what I noticed. That's why I like the 440 a little bit better, because when you are on the 2 meter, you can use a beam and you can put the power into it. But when you're using an omnidirectional antenna, you spreading your signal all over. So that's why he can't hear me. And I like to use on the 2 meter because my location. Mountains around me, kind of. I'm right in that horseshoe, and I just shoot the signal right over to the city, and they can hear me. Usually, I don't hear them because they are using omnidirectional antennas. So it's very rare. It has to be a good condition to hear them, guys. Back to you, Chuck.
There we go. Let's try that again. There must be a reason why they make radios with the power is less. The power output is less on UHF as it is on VHF. For example, that radio you see on YouTube, just below that is a Yaesu 857, and it only has a power output of 20 watts on the 440 side, but on the 2 meter side you get 50 watts. So I keep hearing people saying that uh, the 70 centimeter band propagates better. You get better distance out of it than you do with 2 meter.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not a technician or anything like that, but I think what it is, the radios these days are better quality radios than back in the old days, and I think what it is, they're coming out with the newer and newer radios, and like we do the nets, the COVID-19 net on the 440 side, and are checking on reverse. and I can hear the guys. I can hear Emnon checks in, Jeff checks in from Young and Bloor, and like he's coming in quite good. Yeah, you look good. I like your haircut there, Chuck. But anyways, I would not able to hear these guys on the 2 meter, and I think the 440 band is evolving a little bit better, and the gain of the antennas, that's what it is. The X50, maybe what it has like 3 dB gain, maybe a little bit more on the 2 meter side, but it's much higher gain on the 440. And don't forget, 3 dB gain will double your power. So your radio puts out 20 watts, but the gain is much higher. So actually, you put out more power than because the antenna is going to boost up your signal. And but interestingly, I do have a 1.2 gigahertz radio. So if you go higher on the frequency, you're always using less power. When you're at 2 meter, you use 50 watt. Then for 440, you're going to use maybe 30 watt, 25 watt, whatever. When you get to the 1.2 gigahertz, you cannot find a radio which weighs more than 10 watt. But the 10 watt signal is going to go much farther. I don't know. I'm very sure, there's a reason for that. And, you go higher in the frequency, like 2 gigahertz, your cell phone well, it depends which company you are with, but it's right below 1900, 1900 kilohertz. So 1.9 what is that, megahertz? No, kilohertz, sorry. 1.9 gigahertz. Yeah, I'm confused now. But anyways, they use very low power. So I think that's the way it is, and that's why the 440 puts out less, but it gets out farther because the gain.
Comment. Break.
Okay, go ahead, Break.
Good evening there, Chuck. This is Victor Alpha 3, Alpha Kilo India. Sean. A.R.E.G. I'm running here, sorry, Chuck. I'm running here a Larson Yagi 8 element for 440, and I have to agree with you. You can run a little more powerful through it and whatnot, but it's much quieter on that band, so you're able to hear a little more better, I find. I find 2 meters where I am just, a little bit noisier. And that other gentleman earlier, I could barely hear him over the static, but that's all I can get out of him. Sorry there, Chuck, to interrupt. Back to you.
Oh yeah, not a problem there, Sean. I got you down in the log there, and we'll get to you next. Okay. A.R.E.G, back to you.
Yeah, I just switched antenna here because I thought maybe Sean is going to hear him better, but no, just hardly picking him up, and I switched over to the beam right now. And if Uwe, if he's still with us, I wouldn't mind to have a report from him to compare the two antennas.
Yeah, Victor Echo 3, Tango Golf Lima here. Yeah, Pat, that one I can hear you now. You're coming in, bouncing in between 5 and 7. And still got some noise there, but at least I can make you out. And so that one's doing better for you. I'm just using the Diamond X50 here. And but my radio is FC 2980. I got it on high power, which is like 80 watts. So this is why I just use this radio for simplex, basically. Anyways, back to you guys. The 3TGL.
Yeah, very good, A.R.E.G. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did not hear him on the radio, but I did hear him on the computer through your radio from YouTube. So very good. At least he can hear me. You see, I just proved that the little 3-element beam. It's not even a big beam. It's a very small beam. It's made by Cushcraft, and that beam can work very well. And now he can hear me, but I still cannot hear him. So even the beam cannot pull his signal in. So it's one of those days.
Yeah, Absolutely there, and you had a point with the gain on the antennas. Like for example, on 2 meters, you might see a gain 6 dB gain, but on the 70 centimeter, it'll be a couple dB higher, like 8 dB gain. So yeah, there's a lot of math involved, and I'm not doing that right now. But you're probably right. Probably putting out a bit more power going further.
Yeah, roger that. And actually, 3 dB gain is doubling your power. So if you have a 9 dB gain radio, I mean antenna, 9 dB gain, that would, if you put 10 watt into it, so probably that would be like what, 30 watt, or I'm not sure. Probably about 30 watt comes out. So yeah, the 1.2 gigahertz beam what I have, it's a 16 element beam. It's a very small one because it's a higher, like it's smaller as you go higher in the frequency. That gives me a 16 dB gain signal boost. So like. If you would use a little quarter wave antenna, a very short one, that would give you like no gain, and you go 16 dB gain, and you put in 10 watt. You calculate, but you have to calculate your loss on. If you go higher on the frequencies, you have more loss into the cable. So that's another thing. When somebody is using 440 quite often, I would highly recommend to get a better coax. 2 meter would be okay. But when you go to 440, you have major losses, and 1.2 gigahertz even more. That's why they're using the hard line. So you have less loss. Or now these days, what you can do is basically you can separate your radio and put the radio right by the antennas, and use a short patch cable. Put it into a gray box right up on the tower somewhere, and the head would be right in your radio room, so you wouldn't have any losses.
Yeah, yeah, all very good information there, Arpad. But if you want to just hang in there for a second, let me go to Sean and let me see if he heard you on either antenna. So, Sean, VA3 Alpha Kilo India, go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much there, Chuck. I appreciate it. Yeah, saying R.P.A.G's transmission came a lot clearer on that second antenna. I think that's a Yagi or a beam antenna, how we want to call it. Yeah, much better, R.P.A.G. Much, 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 much better. And I got a compliment on all your nets that, I do listen in. Very good job. Hats off to you there, pal. Back to you there, Chuck.
Oh, well, thank you very much there, Sean. That's very much appreciated. And I do enjoy doing it. So that's why it's probably, I don't know, I try to do the best I can. Let's put it that way. Excuse me. Other than that, how's the flying game going?
How's the who? You lost me there for a second.
Oh, okay. Are you the pilot?
Some days I do feel that I can fly, but no, I'm not.
I got you confused with someone else. My apologies. I think I'm thinking of FNI. He's another Sean.
Yeah, I've got him written down here as one of my contacts as well. Yeah, V3FNI. Yeah, isn't he out of Mississauga?
In that general area, yeah, I'm not exactly sure at the moment where he lives, but yeah, he flies out of Brampton Airport. So
Easy, Mississauga.
I wonder if the COVID lockdown really affected him.
well, the last time I heard him was on Arpad's net there, flying around for the whole hour, and he told me the skies were great. During COVID, there's hardly any major air traffic with the big planes, right? And so he got to really enjoy himself that one night, anyways.
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, I'm a truck driver in, excuse me, with all the lockdown stuff going on. I must say I can now get from here to Vaughan in like 35 minutes. just ripping through the QEW in 401, 427, Highway 50, 27, all that stuff. Fairly good. QEW, that's still a crapshoot there some days, but generally much quicker.
Yeah, very good. So, did you hear our pad on both his antennas?
Yes, sir. Affirmative. I did so. And like I said, he comes in much better on that second.
Oh, I think you cut out there. You said he comes in better on his second antenna.
Yeah, absolutely there, Chuck. Yes, 10-4.
QSL, sir. QSL. Very good. Okay, Sean. Well, if you're going to hang around for a little bit there, we'll get back to you. Thanks for stopping by. VA3 Alpha Kilo India. Arpad, did you copy Sean's transmission there?
I did not hear him directly, but I heard him through, and I heard what he said. He's a truck driver, and he did hear my signal, and the second antenna was better. Yeah, Sean, if you can hear me, I'm not sure what happened. You dropped out for a little bit over there, but um, basically, my location is right below the mountain. I'm not up on the top of the mountain, and probably I would be able to hear you if I was located higher elevation and are right below the mountain. But the location is like, if you would imagine like a horseshoe. I'm right in the middle of the horseshoe, and I am mountains to the east, to the west, and to the south, and are wide open to the north. North. The antenna what I used at the second time is a beam antenna, so I try to shoot the power away from the mountains. That's why I'm using a little beam. But this beam is only a three element, and it's 65 degree angle wide. The So it's a little bit wider beam. So probably that does cover Milton, and I know you are located up in Milton. And I'm glad you can hear me. I'm sorry, I do not hear you today, but I do have about an S34 noise after 5 o'clock every single day.
Okay. All right there, Sean. Did you copy that?
10-4 there, little buddy. Yes, I did. Yes, I did there, Arpad. Yeah, you're coming in very well over here. I'm fairly new at this as well. I'm still trying to get used to my 991 here, but yeah, you're coming in much clearer right now. Mind you, the static just dropped for some reason over here. Back to you, Arpad.
Okay, Arpad.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we have a little delay here because I'm listening to you on the computer, and there's a few seconds, about 5 seconds delay or so. And Sean, who do you working for? You said you are a truck driver. Who do you working for? 10-4?
Oh my God, I don't know how to answer that one. But I work for After Hours Express, expedite company right now. So yeah, we're getting really busy. Back to you.
Yeah, I heard that. Okay, sorry about the delay there. Yeah, very good. Yeah, thank you very much. And I used to drive trucks back. I quit driving trucks about 10 years ago, 12 years ago. There's no money into it anymore. It used to be it was a good job. I used to make 65 grand when everybody was making 20 grand. And now these days, because some uh, national people, they undercutting everybody, and it's a very tough business and hard to make any money. All right, Chuck, I'm going to turn it back to you.
Three Charlie Juliet Zulu taking check-ins. Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Well, let's pick up where we left off and go say hello to VE3WKG.
Yeah, it's still in here, Chuck. Just listening along.
Ah, okay. I wonder where Butch is.
Yeah, not sure. I'm just playing with a hunk of twin lead I got here, making a 2-meter little J pole on a piece of twin lead. Something to do. Just got to go find a piece of coax now to hook onto it and see how it is. V3WKG.
All right, working on an antenna. Okay, Kevin. All right. Well, we know VMO is horizontal at the moment. Let's go to Victor Alpha 3 X-Ray Lima Juliet Vanya. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to Debbie in the west end of Hamilton. Victor Alpha 3, obey your leader. Okay, let's try Victor Alpha 3, India, Mike Whiskey. Big Mac, are you there?
10-4, good buddy. Yep, I'm back with you. Just in the nick of time. I'm just a question. Was I the only one that heard R.E.G signal way overdriven? His mic gain either way too hot or perhaps signal out of phase? Am I getting a bounce off something? Because it was really crackly. Maybe Paul, you can comment and see whether you had similar reception on that transmission.
Actually, I didn't. I wasn't really paying attention again. Duh. Sorry to be so useless today. Yeah, just kind of looking at stuff about this nano on the computer, and I wasn't really paying attention. So I didn't notice anything bad about his previous transmissions. I don't know if that last one was off or not. R.E.G, if you want to bring it back, I can take a listen.
Well, you can have a listen, but I'm using a different radio now. Just switched over to the 7100, and I can hear a little bit better on this one. I compared the two radios with two different antennas, and I could not able to hear Sean. And I'm wondering if Sean can able to hear me on this one. And that could be the mic gain on the other radio is at 50%. So, but it was putting out 100 watt, and maybe it sounded like a little bit overloaded. I may have to turn the mic gain down on it a little bit. And but this one should be better. But I'm not sure if he can able to hear me. This is the same radio what he's using. Back to you, Chuck.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything right away until someone brought it up there, but it looked like it was a little hot to me as well. But I'm running through software on my computer right now, and I'm using the computer speakers, not the normal external speaker that I normally do when I'm not broadcasting on YouTube there. So uh, that's why I wasn't exactly sure, but I kept having to adjust the audio. And whenever you'd key up there your audio, I'd have to turn the volume down on the radio. But it's much better now, RPAD.
Definitely much better. That's pleasant to listen to. I'm always the guy that would always tell my date if she had spinach in her teeth.
As well, you should.
And PDL, come on, pay attention. There's going to be a test after this. Stay engaged.
Well, you guys are the one that talked me into getting a new toy. Now I'm starting to pay attention to it, and I'm getting chastised. Holy smokes.
Speaking of new toy, Chuck, you said you were expecting delivery today. So what did the Amazona clause bring you?
Actually, it was a Y adapter cable for my new entry level boom and microphone, studio microphone setup. Um, I can't seem to get it to work just yet, and it won't work on this radio because this is a UHF VHF radio, and boom mics do not work on them because well, I'm not sure exactly, but I do know that the plug for this microphone won't even allow for that adapter to come in. But anyways, yeah, I ordered from Radio World there a Y adapter for the boom mic. So we're gonna figure it out, but not this evening because I don't want to be up all night. Once I start getting into a project, there I don't let go. So yeah, we'll wait till tomorrow and see if we can figure it out.
Well, it's good that everybody's got new toys to play with. I'm sure that I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer for my next toy to come along, but it's also coming from Radio World. Half-wave, end-fed, HF long wire antenna. So we'll see how long that takes to get here. But hey, it sounds like a lot of your audience tonight is interested in fishing. So definitely Lake Simcoe is always a big plus. While I'm on the topic, probably the best time I had was up just south of North Bay, and I think we had probably a dozen guys up for the weekend, and we were on the ice for 2 days straight. Well, we went out 2 days straight and then bunked in at local motels, but that was terrific, absolutely terrific. There was lots of walleye, perch, and pike to be had, and definitely good to eat. Always go out on the ice with a tub of margarine, a shaker of salt and pepper, and a frying pan so that you can take advantage of that big hot stove inside the ice hut and cook up some fresh fish straight out of the water. Unbelievably yummy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. Uh, you know, geez, in the summertime, I like to carry a chainsaw in my trunk. Uh, I'm always on the lookout for good wood, but I know what you mean. I went fishing for salmon one season, and where was I? Port Dalhousie. I was in some port, and had to bunk out in a tent, and it was so cold, so cold. I did not dress for the weather, and we all froze our butts off because it became unseasonably cold when we decided to go fishing, and we weren't very well prepared, except for the guy that lived there. He noticed how cold it was and brought all his stuff out, and he was okay. But anyways, yeah.
So yes, historically I've been known as a longtime walleye hunter. Used to spend a lot of time up in the Kawartha Lakes region. Always looked forward to the first weekend in May. We'd be up to fish the Bay of Quinte. That was the first area that opened up for walleye, and then 2 weeks later we'd be up in the Kawarthas. And then follow up with bass fishing from the beginning of July through to the tail end of September. Did a lot of tournament fishing in those days, and still have the plaques and trophies to show for it. Although the winnings checks got spent up pretty quick. There's a lot more entrance fees than there are payouts. it's not something you can really make a living at in Canada, that's for sure.
There we go. Yes, you're absolutely right. If you want to be a sport fisherman here in Canada, you better have a lot of backers, a lot of uh, you know people financially backing you and all that. 'Cause it's not a cheap sport either. Yeah, but the Americans, oh, they go all out. Eh? They're big time into that stuff. Yeah, I love fishing. Don't do enough of it. I hope to do more of it as soon as I can. And we're gonna move along, and I do thank you for all that. And let's see if anybody else out there would like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Room. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Taking check-ins. Please come now.
VE3LBI.
Okay, VE3LBI. I don't know if it's just me, but you sound super hot there on the microphone, Larry. Back to you.
I was just in a Zoom conference, so I just finished it up, and I thought I'd better get in here.
Yeah, very good, very good. So how'd that go?
It was good. It was the conference out of Ottawa tonight. One of the fellows that normally is in the Burlington Club did a presentation, so I was kind of interested in it, and it was enjoyable.
V3 BK.
Oh, there's the other bad guy, too. He was there.
Oh yeah, we just left the meeting and was the Ottawa Amateur Radio Club. Anybody listening in? You can go to the Ottawa Amateur Radio Club and join the club for free this year, and go on the membership thing, and you can get emails from them. They send out a good newsletter. Plus also they have a Zoom meeting on a Wednesday night. So first Wednesday, I guess, or second Wednesday, I guess it is. So tonight, Larry was in there, and John FDK was in there, and his son gave the talk. V3MCAX gave the talk about DXing and operating your radio, and what do people consider DX, and John was telling about how he worked some guys here in the States who weren't that far away, but they thought it was a great contact to work Canada with two pickup trucks as a dipole. So that's what they had hooked up on. They were doing portable work with two trucks used as a dipole. So they thought that was great. But anyway, so sorry to interrupt. We'll let you carry on there, Chuck. And that's just throw some of that information in there. BA3CJZ, B3BK.
I keep forgetting that every time I key up, I have to click something here. But anyways, very good there, Rick. And before I move on there, I remember seeing online some guy had a pickup truck, and the rigging he had for to get height off his truck was unbelievable. He must have been about 50 feet up or better, but it looked like uh, it was made with Sanford and Sons extra parts there. Anyways, okay, let's move it back up to Larry there.
Yep, I was just looking at something else. Actually, Mike had talked about there, and I was just looking up. There's a site you can pick up some books on, apparently free. So I was just looking at that. Other than that, what's been going on? Little grocery shopping today, not too far. Didn't have to go and do too much. The other day, I guess I had a problem with the daughter's car, but I went down and took the battery charger down. I think it's just the cold weather. Threw the battery charger on for a couple of hours, and things seemed to get straightened away for us. So I kind of missed everything else that was going on, Chuck. So I'll take a standby here and just let it carry down the road. By the way, did Art happen to come in?
No, nobody has mentioned that they heard Art either.
Okay, not a problem. All right, I'll pass it back over to Net Control. Thanks, Chuck.
Okay, not a problem there, Larry. Let's see now. Anybody else want to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Juliet, Zulu, taking check-ins. Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's see if Vanya has come back there. Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray, Lima, Juliet. Okay, let's see if Debbie has come back. VA3, OYL.
Yeah, I'm here. I had fun this week. I went to the dentist. It was stressful. First time I've been anywhere really where with the COVID stuff that I was worried. And I'm claustrophobic, so I was worried that they had the doors on the doorway, on the rooms, for Pete's sake. Anyway, I lucked out. They had sort of heavy plastic that you could see through, so I was fine with that. And the technician was all geared up in gown and mask and face shield and rubber gloves, and so I felt pretty comfortable.
Comment?
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, Chuck. Hey, Deb, I'm going to send you the link to that thing where I ordered it from, just so you know.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem. Sorry for the interruption there, folks. Carry on. V3PDL.
Yes, sir. Not a problem there, Paul. And yeah, by the sounds of it there, Debbie, it sounds like you were going in for major surgery. The way they got you all covered up there, and there's they just want to have your mouth open, and that's it.
Yeah, I was trying not to do too much talking, and just keeping things good. And then a dentist comes in and gives you a checkup, and he's chatting away to me as he's checking me up. It's like, shut up already.
Yeah, they speak open mouth. The dentist mouth. They understand.
Yeah, so they were really careful. Like, if you wanted to rinse your mouth out, you had to spit it back into the cup and then pour it down the sink, so there's no splashing. And they didn't use very much water for the spray. It was good. I'm glad I went, but hopefully now I don't have to go until the numbers are way down.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, most people get stressed out going to the dentist, anyways. I never did really, but my last visit is one I'll never forget. I had 21 teeth taken out at once. 17 of them were impacted into my gums. So I had to be put out for that, and I bled for hours afterwards.
Oh, I sort of know what you went through. I had an impacted wisdom tooth, and I had it taken out. They put me out. Well, I was awake, but they gave me the stuff where I didn't remember a thing about it. And yeah, I had a dry socket, then I had an infection, and then I had a reaction to the antibiotics, and it was horrible. But I'm glad I got it done when I was a little bit younger and recuperated probably better than I would have when I was older.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let me rephrase that, Deb. I don't know if impact was the right word. They were broken off, and they couldn't be taken out without having my gums cut open. So, anyways, yeah, that's that's my nightmare.
Oh boy. Wow, you must have went through a lot for that. Well, you got it all done and it's all over with and now you don't have to worry about them.
That's right. No more. Sometimes I get like not phantom pains. Yeah, sometimes I do get phantom pains, but I get I feel like they're there sometimes.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a very interesting phenomenon. Uh, yeah, dentists aren't fun. I'm sure a lot of people can agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Deb, I just thought I'd give you another shout because you missed last round there. Several people were away from their radios, so thank you for that, Deb. And yeah, it is 9:26 p.m. at only -7 degrees. Probably going down to -15 again overnight, though. But anyways, yes, and we are streaming live on YouTube. Just type into the YouTube search box VA3CJZ and look for the live button. This is week 1,430 weeks that the A.R.E.G has been on the air. And with that, let's see if anybody else is out there who'd like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ taking check ins. Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta, recheck.
Yes, sir, iPad. Go ahead.
Okay, so you can hear me. All right. Yeah, Mark was saying something. I was too hot, overloaded. I'm using the 100 watt radio again, which one my game was at 50%. I brought it down to about a quarter, 25%. How does it sound like right now?
To me, sounds great. You're not hitting the red on the meter for the audio. You know, it goes green, yellow, red. You're in the green all the time, so that's good.
Okay, Chuck. Yeah, all right. Maybe I'll just leave it here. Good to know. I used to crank it up all the way to the top, but probably we don't have to. Okay, I'm going to say 73. I guess we'll be watching a movie, and I'll talk to you guys later. Good night, and thank you very much. And good night, everyone. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta 73. Good night.
Okay, RPAD 73, and enjoy your movie. And thank you for stopping by, sir. Have a great rest of the evening, you and the missus. Okay, let's see. Anybody else out there want to check in the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm located in East Hamilton, below the escarpment. Any new check-ins, please come now.
7-3 RPAD V3PDO.
73. Good night.
Okay, well, let's see. Sean is next, if you're still there. VA3 Alpha Kilo India. All right, let's try Uwe, VE3 TGL. Are you there, sir? Okay, let's see if Rick is still with us, VE3BK.
Oh yeah, I'm on a different radio. You caught me okay?
Oh, yeah, you're nice and strong and loud. no problem.
I gotta turn my HF down here. We were on 10-2 for a little while. Anyway, yeah, nothing really to say. Did you hear Art today? B3KCI, is he there?
No, sir. That's the second week in a row that I haven't heard him on.
Ooh, no, I hope he's all right. I better give him a phone call then. See what's up. Yeah, okay. Well, I got really nothing for the net there. Keep up the good work there, Chuck, and thanks again for sending me that log there for Winter Field Day. And people got to get on the radios and have some fun. And it doesn't matter what you do. If you get to turn on the radio on and listen, and then work some strange DX maybe, that's a good thing to do. BE3BK. Back to you, Chuck.
Yeah, absolutely there, Rick. A lot of people are mic shy, and, it doesn't hurt. It's like, I don't know, you just squeeze the trigger and talk. It's easy. But a lot of people are gun shy to pull that trigger, and yeah, they'd rather listen. But it's a lot of fun once you get talking, especially if you talk about a subject you both like. You know, yeah, we talk about anything on here. For me personally, I do not get involved with politics or religion on the radio or in person, um, but that's just me. And for the radio, it's for the best that stays out of it. Otherwise, we'd turn out just like the Americans.
Oh yeah, yeah. Anyway, well, that should apply to everybody, Chuck. Should apply to everybody. And yeah, when you were talking there, what was I thinking of? I gotta say hi to Paul. I heard Paul in there, and heard R.E.G in there. Hello, guys, and whoever else is in there that I may not know or I may know. Anyways, too bad Art's not around, and we'll have to give him a call. I haven't heard from him for a while, so maybe he's sick or something. I don't know. You never know. I never know these days. That new strain going around and stuff. But like some people are not staying home; they're going out anyway. And anyway, yeah, I got to relay something there, Chuck. Some OPP officer gave somebody a ticket. They were in a church parking lot, and it wasn't on a Sunday though. They were in a church parking lot, and here they were playing some game on their telephone. I forget what it's called, but anyway, you probably know what I mean. They're playing some game, and the guy tried to tell the officer, "Oh no, I'm out here. I'm not at home. I'm out driving around because it's for my mental health." And the guy gave him a ticket anyway, $880 for playing Pokemon. That's what it's called, Pokemon. For playing Pokemon, and he was in a church parking lot, not going grocery shopping or not going to work. So they're out there catching people doing that. Just thought I'd mention that. B3BK.
Yeah, I think there was a comment that was underneath you there. If there was, go ahead again. Okay, I know when you first keyed up, there's somebody keyed underneath you, but yeah, when they say they want you to stay home, they're not fooling around. It's too bad. $850, I think, is the price tag, or 880, like you said. Uh, why don't they just round it off to 900? Well, they probably round it off at the if you go to court. You have to pay the court costs too. Oh, geez, I know it's crazy.
Yeah, well, I think that's what this guy was going to do, go take it to court because he figured it was for his mental health. But, yeah, well, I don't know. Pokemon, I don't think it's really that important. Maybe if you're going grocery shopping or something like that, that's important. But Pokemon, playing Pokemon in Scar, yeah, well, I guess whatever turns your crank.
Yeah, absolutely. So, any contests that you're looking forward to there this weekend, there, Rick?
Yeah, up here my list here. This weekend, not really, but there's always some on there. And anybody, if they want to check out the contest calendar, you either Google contest calendar. It's usually the first one that comes up. It has an 8 day, 12 month, and virtual calendar for contests that are usually ran on those days. So that calendar can change though. And the eight day one, that's really good. You can get the information, go to their website, print the rules, all that kind of stuff. And if you can't find that on Googling, you can go to Hamilton Amateur Radio Club website. It's called HamiltonARC.ca, and go. I think it's second one from last on the right. Links, and second one in is a contest calendar. So there's always a QSO party or something going on, Chuck. They're always fun to get into. You just give out a few contacts. You might want to check the rules to see what they're looking for, but because not all contests are equal, not all logbooks are equal. Oh, by the way, that logbook, I've used that logbook that you have. I've used that before, and I actually converted over to what I'm using now. But there's another one too that there's a link for it that Ron sent everybody, and I can send it to you if you want. But it's another one, and it's free. It's free. It's a good logbook. It'll do contests and everything. So maybe you can send it to people if you want there, Chuck. What do you think? BA3 CJZ B3BK.
Yeah, sure thing there, Rick. Go ahead and send that to me. I personally like the contest calendar one. I haven't really checked out any other ones because I like this one. Like you said, the 8 day one is great. It shows you the upcoming week, so you know what to expect on the weekend and whatnot. And yeah, I like a few of the contests that are out now. This week they have the A.R.E.G School Club roundup again, and so there's a lot of young folks on the air during the daytime. And so I haven't heard any yet this week, but I'll look for some tomorrow morning for sure. And then there's the Dutch pack contest. I want to see if I can get anybody from Holland there. My wife's from Holland, so then there's a few more to check out. Something for everyone. All right, there, Rick. I'm gonna move along there. If you got anything else, go ahead.
Yeah, well, you're saying from Holland, there is a contest, um, SARL or something like that. There's a contest at Scandinavian countries, and I've been in that contest a few times, and I actually won it for 20 meters one year. And I didn't do a whole lot of contacts, but it's something that's not really really popular here in North America. Yet it's getting more popular. But that's a contest you might be interested in. And I work sideband, and I work 20 meters because I could hear a lot of them over there. And they give a special report. And the program that I run, the Right Lock, it actually, you have to have a third party uh, uh, addition put in there to operate that contest. But it is fun. It's a fun contest, and not a whole lot of contests because 20 meters isn't open a whole lot. But if 15 became open to Europe and over in Scandinavia, that's a great fun working them guys. And yeah, your wife would probably like that too. There, Chuck. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. uh, but she's not into radio too much. But she likes it when I tell her I've contacted somebody in Holland. So, anyways, thank you for that, Rick, and thanks for stopping by, saying hello. We're going to move along and see if anybody else is out there wants to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton. Any new check-ins, please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's see if Vanya has returned. VA3XLJ. All right, let's see if Garnett is calling it a night. VE3GNP.
Yep, I'm still here, Chuck. Just sitting here listening along.
All right, very good. What have you been doing there to keep yourself busy while the net's going on?
The internet.
Yeah, that's a pretty basic answer, but I do know what you mean. Okay, very good then, sir. Well, thanks for listening along. Probably, I don't know how much longer you'll be hanging around there. You'll probably be calling it a night soon, then, right?
Yeah, I've heard him call night after this run, Chuck.
Okay, very good then, Garnett. Once again, thank you, sir. And we'll talk to you again soon, probably tomorrow morning. Okay, let's go to VA3, November Kilo Charlie. We're running down the list. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Bravo Uniform. VE3, PDL.
There's always a DX bootlegger standing by. Most people won't know what that means, but yeah, inside thing here. Anyway, yeah, still listening along there, Chuck. Got another, 19 minutes to go. I'll be here till the duration and probably after, so. Alrighty, sir. Still listening along. V3PDO.
Okay, very good. And by the way, we are at 14 check-ins at the moment. 9:42 p.m. -7 degrees. Okay, next is my neighbor, VU3WKG. Still there, Kevin?
Yep, I'm still in here listening along. Good net there. Yeah, I might still get a few more checking in tonight, eh? Yeah, just been tinkering along here. Put that twin lead little antenna away. Not that I need it, just messing around with it for a little portable. When I sit on the porch in a couple of months there, string that up on the porch instead of the rubber ducky and try it out. What is it, about 53 or 54 inches long? Just on a twin lead made into a J-pole. Back to you there, Chuck, VE3WKG.
Oh, yeah, you're all done?
Yeah, I don't have no meters or nothing to hook it up, so I don't know, but it's all made. Just got to string a piece of coax to it. Then I found an end and soldered it to put some ends on my Elmire 400. Now I got a 11 element 440 beam and a Midland Cordaway 440 antenna to play with. Stick that up and looking forward to getting on with a good match on that 70 centimeter sideband net.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, very good. Yeah. Let me know how that antenna's making out there. We'll check it out uh, later on 490. Okay, Kevin. Thank you for sticking around and sharing that with us. Let's see now. Let's see if Vanya has returned. Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima Juliet. Oh, yeah, that's right. He said he was working afternoon shift. He had to go to bed. My, oh, my. Short-term memory loss. What can I say? Okay, then let's go to Deb again. VA3OYL.
Do they say the memory's the first thing to go? Not much going on here. I was given a HD TV antenna, so I'm playing around with the over-the-air TV. I got inside the antenna inside. I got was it 9 or 10 stations? I was pretty surprised.
Oh, you just made a light bulb go off in my head. I've been trying to get my wife to let go of our cable bill, cable TV. Yeah, if I wouldn't mind checking out one of those. I'll have to do some research and see how well it would suit us.
Comment?
Go.
Thanks, Deb. Well, Chuck, I've got two here. I can give you one to try out if you want to test it. Then you can show the wife. I've got a 2-bay, 8-element one on the mast pole ready to go. So if you want to borrow it and try it out, and if she likes it, I'll just give it to you. Matter of fact, just take it to begin with. It's yours. I've got two of them, so I've got one put away, and I was going to try to use it for a transmit antenna on 440 and stuff, just for an experiment, but I got two, like I said, so if you need one, sir, it's yours.
Okay, well, that's very generous of you there, Paul. Yeah, I definitely want to check one out, and thank you, sir. Um, we'll definitely grab that when we can, and once the weather eases up a bit there, we'll see what we can do.
Alrighty, thanks for the interruption. Sorry, Deb, carry on. What size is yours, Deb? Is yours the same, one of them 2-bay ones?
I'm not sure. I haven't even really looked at it, so it's still in the bag.
Copy that.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend in Welland has an HD TV antenna outside up on his mast, and he gets quite a few channels, lots of channels, and he cut the cord. Now he's a lot closer to New York, so he gets a lot of New York, and he even gets some Toronto stations. So he's pretty lucky where he is. So it'll be interesting to see what I get on a new antenna. The old antenna, as I said, I only got a few stations, so I don't know if there's how many stations you can actually pick up from around here. But I might do some research on the internet and see.
Yeah. I mean, like you said there, if we can cut the cord, that's a big chunk of money there every month. Really, just for what we use it for, it's to me, it's not worth it.
Well, and you can watch so much stuff on the internet, or if you have Netflix or whatever, that's a little bit cheaper than cable. So, why not? They have us so tied to cable. Some people are afraid to cut the cord, but if you just do a little research and see what's out there, You'll probably find that there's more than you think there is for free.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, CH is only an important station at 6 and 11. Really, don't watch CH during any other times, to be quite honest. And so, even still, I mean, I have Chromecast. I can, whatever I get on my phone, I can just shoot it up to the living room TV, 4K television. Boom, Bob's your uncle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I even tried hooking up my 440 beam to the TV, but it was in the basement at the time, and it did help reception compared to the old antenna that I had for HD TV. So it'll be interesting to see what this new one does. Um, yeah, so I don't know what frequencies they use, if there are less frequencies that they use now as compared to before, or what?
For what?
For TV.
Well, they still have the analog. I mean, they tried to cut the analog when they went digital and switched over to digital, but apparently they need it on for some reason. And so the frequencies. I heard, what was it, 452? I heard, I think it was CP24, somewhere around that range.
Oh, okay.
I could be mistaken too, but it was something 52. But yeah, I was quite shocked. I was scanning and locked on, and it sounded like a TV station. And sure enough, listened a little longer, and it was.
Yeah. I'd like to figure something out because at the cottage, there's no cable TV or anything. So it'd be interesting to see what kind of stations I can pick up there if I can ever go to the cottage again. I know eventually everything will open up, but I'm just being funny.
Yeah, I know. It's funny and it's not. All right, Deb. Well, thanks for that. Anything else?
No, and I think this is my last round. I'm going to be taking the puppy out, so I won't be around. But I might pop in afterwards. So I'll say 7-3 to all, and good night. So VA3 OYL, be clear.
Okay, Deb. If I don't speak to you, have a great rest of the week, and hopefully you'll have that out of the bag by next week, and you can tell us all about it. Okay, 7-3 VA3 OYL. Next is VA3 IMW. Mac, are you there? I think we're going to start last call.
All right, last call. Start with me. Just wondering if still in the bag is as much fun as half in the bag.
Depends who gets to open up the bag, I guess.
True that. Yep. There was something else I was going to mention. Oh, yes. Cheap television alternatives, known as IPTV. I subscribe to a service that comes through my Android box. I pay $16 a month for it, and I think I get somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,600 channels. Mind you, I don't watch them all, so it's stuff from all over the world. There is a large portion of it that is sports and entertainment, and there's a lot of stations that are reruns of old sitcoms and series television programs. But Yeah, so the investment of I think it was about 110 or 120 bucks for the Android box, and then your provider simply uploads your programming, and there you go. You're in business with lots and lots and lots of channels. Obviously, you need a single Android box for each television set, so if you're using multiple sets and people watching different things, then you're going to pay additional fees for each box and each set of IPTV programming for each set. But definitely, if you find a good IPTV provider, and he's got a good, healthy script, then it works quite well. A good alternative to cutting the cord and getting rid of that $190 cable bill for watching all the fancy channels.
Question?
Go ahead.
Mac, why do you pay 16 bucks a month? I've got two Android boxes here hooked up to two separate TVs, and we programmed it ourselves. We don't have to pay anything monthly, and we watch just about anything in existence. Yeah, anything from sports to fishing to television programs to shows to documentaries, everything, all free.
I like free. Free's really good. Yeah, I certainly drilling down and saving that extra $16 a month would be helpful. But at the point where I entered into this, it was a friend of mine that hooked me up with a provider that offered this. And what you're really buying is the script. So I don't know if there's some maintenance required, having to reprogram this script on a regular basis, but I'm a user, not a programmer. But perhaps if there's some stealthy radio operators that have some hidden skills, then maybe we can take advantage of that too. Anyways, not going to tie things up too much, Chuck. We're getting closer to the bewitching hour, and I'll let you take it back to the net. So 73s, and thanks for running this net. It's always a high point in the week. So I'll be on the side listening for the tail end. VA3 IMW for ID.
Okay, very good there, Mac. And yeah, maybe you could come down or stay after the net, or another time join us down on 146.490. That's where a lot of us hang out during the daytime, as some of us are getting too much interference from the VE3OBP repeater, and so we're a little bit safer up on 490. Okay, there, Mac. Thanks again for joining us, and yeah, maybe we can school you on the Android box situation. Okay, very good then. Let's move along. VE3 Tango Golf Lima. Are you still there? It's last call. Okay, R.E.G went to watch a movie. Let's see if VA3 Alpha Kilo India is still with us. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to VE3 LBI. Larry, last call.
Yep. Okay, Chuck. I got to run for a couple minutes anyway, but I'll be back on after. Thanks for doing it. Sorry about being late, but that's all I could do. Anyways, well, maybe you'll catch you a bit later on if you're coming back on after the net.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely have to take a break and take the trash out first, but yeah, I'll come back for sure. Okay, thanks, Larry, for stopping by. Much appreciated, sir. Just before you go there, we're We got 14 check-ins. So let's go to number 14. That's VE3BK. Last call, Rick. Okay, well, let's go to the top then. Garnett said good night, I do believe. Let's go to Nick, VA3NKC. Next on the list, VA3 Charlie Bravo Uniform. Brad, last call. VE3 PDL. Last call, Paul.
Last call, Paul. Alrighty. Well, thanks a lot for being there, Chuck. Yeah, I guess like Max said, a lot of people kind of have Wednesday evenings set in their brain for the net. It's kind of just something that blends in with our daily routine. Oh, gotta check into the net. So you must be doing something right, sir. Alrighty. Good net like always, and I'll be hanging around afterwards. And we'll talk to anybody then. VE3PDO.
Okay, very good, Paul. Thanks again for stopping by, being part of this net. Much appreciated. Okay, let's go to my neighbor, VE3WKG. Last call, Kevin.
Yeah, it's still in here, hung in here for the whole net. There you go. I just got Cody fired up. You guys talking about Cody and the movie channels and that. I've been watching a couple movies on here every night. I end up falling asleep. Don't really watch a movie. What's this I got fired up here? Redwoods 2021 Adventure Horror Mystery. Not sure what it's about, but maybe I'll tell you tomorrow if I don't fall asleep and I watch the whole thing. But yeah, good net. Nice to hear everybody in there, and hope all has a good night. I'll probably be shutting down after this here transmission, so everybody have a good night there. 73 VE3WKG.
All right, Kevin, another full net. Way to go, sir. Thank you, my friend. Much appreciated. And we'll probably talk to you tomorrow morning. Okay, well, the last person, we're going to try one more time. No, he said, that's right. See, I did it again. Vanya's already in bed. Okay, well, guess what time it is? It's now time to close this evening's A.R.E.G. Tonight marks week 1,430 weeks that the A.R.E.G has been on the air. I would like to thank everyone for participating in this week's A.R.E.G, and I look forward to hearing from you again next week. Until then, stay safe. Have a great rest of the week. This is VA3CJZ saying 7-3. Good night.
3D3, Frank Uniform. One more check-in to make it 15.
All right, Victor Echo 3, Frank Uniform.
From Dunville, checked in last week. Better get you right at the end there. I like round numbers. 15's good. You had 20 last week. It should probably get next week.
Okay, my friend. Thank you, sir, for adding an extra bean in the pot. Much appreciated. Okay, we'll talk to you again next week then from Dunville. Very good, sir. Sounding good. Okay, we'll go back to the script and finish off. I did say goodnight, so yeah, the script is done. Okay, guys, have a great one. We'll talk at you later. This is VA3 CJ's at QRT for a little bit.